The veteran Second War Captain Marcus Hale stepped off the bus and stared at the town he had dreamed about for 3 years. The war overseas was finally over for him. After countless battles, sleepless nights, and the loss of many friends, he had survived. The small town of Red Creek looked peaceful under the golden afternoon sun. Children rode bicycles along the sidewalks. Shopkeepers greeted customers with smiles. For the first time in years, Marcus felt safe. Or so he thought. His mother welcomed him with tears. Old friends gathered to celebrate his return. Yet within days, Marcus noticed something strange. Red Creek wasn't the town he remembered. Businesses were closing. Families were moving away. Many people seemed afraid to speak openly. A powerful businessman named Victor Kane had quietly taken control of much of the town. He owned the factories, controlled local politicians, and used gangs to intimidate anyone who opposed him. Marcus first witnessed it outside a grocery store. An elderly shop owner refused to sell his property to Kane's company. That night, several men smashed the store windows while police officers conveniently looked the other way. The next morning, the shop owner packed his belongings and left town. Something inside Marcus stirred. He had spent years fighting enemies abroad to defend freedom. Now he was watching fear destroy his own hometown. This was another war, not with guns and tanks, a war against corruption. Marcus began investigating. Using skills he had learned in the military, he gathered evidence of bribery, extortion, and illegal land seizures. He spoke with frightened citizens and earned their trust, but Kane soon learned that the veteran had become a problem. One evening, Marcus returned home to find his house vandalized. A message was spray-painted across the garage door: "Leave town." Marcus simply stared at it. He had faced artillery fire and enemy ambushes. A threat from bullies didn't scare him. The next day, he cleaned the paint off and continued his investigation. As weeks passed, more townspeople joined him. Teachers, shop owners, mechanics, and farmers began sharing information. Marcus became the leader of a growing movement. Kane responded with greater force. His men attacked community meetings. Witnesses were threatened. False rumors spread about Marcus. Local news stations, controlled by Kane's allies, painted him as a dangerous troublemaker. The battle intensified. One night, Marcus was ambushed while driving home. His truck was forced off the road. 3 men approached. They expected a frightened veteran. Instead, they found a soldier who had survived a war zone. Marcus defended himself and escaped. The attackers were arrested, but everyone knew who had sent them. The town was reaching a breaking point. Marcus realized that defeating Kane wouldn't happen through violence. It would require something stronger: truth. For months, he worked tirelessly collecting documents, recordings, and witness testimonies. Finally, he uncovered the evidence he needed: proof that Kane had bribed officials, laundered money, and orchestrated criminal activities for years. The evidence was handed to state investigators. The arrests began at dawn. Police vehicles filled the streets. Corrupt officials were taken into custody. Kane himself was arrested while attempting to flee the state. For the first time in years, Red Creek breathed freely. Businesses reopened. New leaders were elected. Families who had considered leaving decided to stay. Months later, the town held a celebration in the central square. The mayor presented Marcus with a medal for his courage. Marcus looked at the crowd. Unlike his military medals, this honor represented something different. He had fought 2 wars. The first was on a distant battlefield. The second was at home. Both had required courage. Both had demanded sacrifice. But this victory felt special because he hadn't won it alone. The people of Red Creek had stood together and reclaimed their town. As the crowd cheered, Marcus smiled. The soldier had come home hoping for peace. Instead, he found another war, and together they had won it.